Hi, this is Lady Lex UK, and this is the second part of my basic music creation tutorial. Last time I showed you the real basics of putting a piece of music down quickly using the performance tools. I showed you how to make beats and loops and how to layer up different instruments to make your piece of music. So now we're going to go into a few of the other tools that you can use to make your pieces, and other techniques that you can use to actually make tunes. So last time I showed you the metronome, we just turned it on and let it play its thing. Let's just listen to that now. I've turned it on. Now you can hear that the first beat is a different note. It goes beep, 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 beep. And you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a 4/4 signature, and this is what most music is going to be fair. But you might want to change the signature of your music to something different, maybe waltz time. Now you do that by pressing the L1 and X and square button, L1 and square, and you go to the second page, and you can change the meter numerator here. So move it down to 3, and now let's play. Now you can hear it change. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now we're in waltz time. So it's as simple as that. That's how you change your time signature there. Now another thing that you might be interested in is this here. This is a sidebar toggle. Now what this does is allows you to turn on and off, mute different rows. So let's say you had your tune up here, you had some drums here, you had your bass, etc, etc, etc. You can use this to either single out a single row so that when you play back you'll only hear that row, or you can turn off any of these rows, so the ones that are the left will play and the ones that are turned off will not, and you turn them on and off as you like. So that's a nice handy little tool to use when you're making music, because you don't always want to listen to every single line, every single instrument. Maybe you're making a harmony and you want to hear just the tune. You don't want to hear the drums and everything. It might be distracting. That's the way to do it. So that's a very handy little tool there. I'll leave it on. Okay, so there's two things that you may use quite a lot of. Okay, now let's go in and search an instrument. Let's go and pick a piano. Okay, so we've got ourselves a piano. We're going to put it on that line there. This is going to be a little tune we're going to make. So let's use performance mode to start with. We didn't open it up. Let's remember to do that. Right, okay, ready? Let's go. Okay, it's a tune. It'll do. Okay, so there's our little tune, and as normal, this is how you see it when you're in performance mode. All these little dots here where you press the button, and they're all there in that bundle. Now, if you press piano roll view, that'll lengthen it out to this. Let's just get this away from your timeline so you can see it clearly. Right, over on the left hand side here you can see the keyboard, and each of these notes are represented by a single line, like so. If I move you can see it lights up the note as I move up these lines, and here are the notes that I played. So if I just rewind it and press play, you can see the timeline moving on the playhead. Okay, so there's it, plays the notes. Now let's say you weren't all that happy with the timing of it. Maybe you thought you played the note a little early or something. You can grab it with R2, and as you can see, you can move it up and down. So if it's you want a different note, and you can move it across in the timeline, and you can also grab the end of it and you can stretch it and move it like so. There we go. So I can change the notes, you can move them, change them. So you can, if you've just made a little mistake on a performance piece and you don't want to redo it, you can alter it here to get it how you want it. So this is a way of finessing the music that you've created. Or, and up here is a delete all button. So let's press that. That will clear everything that you've made. And if you go into Tools and pick Draw Notes, you can now draw with a pen Okay, so you could create your music this way, and you can put in as many notes as you like, so you can create harmony. And this is just going to be a cacophony of noise, but because I'm not actually making any real music, I'm just showing you the tool, but there you go, there. So you can have more than one note playing at a time with the same instrument on the same block. So there we go. There's piano roll view. Actually, let's open that back up and just clear that out, because that's just a load of bundle of notes. We don't really want that. Right. Now then. So that's piano roll view. Now let's have a look at some other tools. Let's open it up in freeform view again. This is the play mode, performance mode. Let's open these up. Now you'll notice in freeform mode you've got these two. Now normally you can hear it plays one single note. If we turn the chord settings on, it's now going to play whatever notes we choose here. So 1 and 5, that's a single note. So we can choose 6 and 8. 1, 3, 6 and 8. One, 4, 5. There we go. You don't have to play the first note. You can play about with this to create your chord. Okay, so you can use this for any instrument. It doesn't have to be it can be drum as well. So it will play multiple notes. I actually like let's just do it like that. There's our chord progression. Now something similar is the Arpeggiator. As you can see, you've got these chords again. So let's go 1, 2, 5. It will start on 8. Now when you press a note, it will play all the 1, 2 and 5. Let's see, so 1, whoops. 1 is the C, D, D sharp is the 2, and A sharp was the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, and 5. So it'll go. But just by pressing the C. If I press the F, it will go F, G, D, I think. Yeah, F, G, and D. 1, 2, 5. So there we go. That's how the Arpeggiator will work. So you can change your notes here, and you can also change whether it goes up or down, or up and down. There we are, slightly different. So down, up, up or down. Da, 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 da. There we go. We've also got this doesn't seem to work, so I don't know quite what that does. So don't worry about. There's some buttons on here. I'm not familiar with because I've never really used them. But you might want to use this. Now let me show you something that is very useful with the Arpeggiator, and that is using it with a drum kit. So let's go and get ourselves a drum kit. Let's just close that down. Let's get a drum kit, move it in there. Let's open that one up. So now with you see the Arpeggiator is working but with the drum effects. So let's go back into this. And let's turn the loop on. So there you are. So you can create drum effects using this, and you can also have chord settings on at the same time. So arpeggios with chords you can also do. So you can put both of them on. You don't have to have one or the other. And you can play back with that. And that is quite a handy little way of actually adding drums nice and easily, which is nice and even if you're a bit worried about being able to play in rhythm. Here we go. Here's your option. Flash! There we go. So easy, right? You don't have to worry about being able to play the drums. This will do it for you. So there you go. So we've got arpeggio, chords. We've gone through the piano roll, and this particular tool here, so you can turn whole lines on and off on playback. So I think we've covered quite a lot today. That should give you your basis for creating any sort of music, really. Now there are other things. If we go into the white piano here, for example, there's lots of things like pitch shift, changing the where this comes out on the speakers, putting in echo and things like that. There's all of these special effects that you can add to your music, and Media Molecule like to show these particular tools off, and a lot of their videos when they talk about music spends a lot of time worrying about all of these dials and bits and pieces and moving them about and changing this and changing that and putting that on and changing that. Don't necessarily need any of this to create a piece of music, but by all means play about with it. You might get some really interesting effects for your music but it isn't anything to really worry about if you just want to literally make a piece of music. All of these things are just extras. So don't panic that you don't know what all of these things do and how to use them. The only things that you're really going to be interested in is whether or not a piece of music is on a loop, or whether it plays once. These two buttons are the things that you need to know, and possibly your volume. And I would say I use the echo quite a lot to create to get like an echo, get reverb and delay on it. That's the only things that I've ever really used. So I wouldn't worry too much about some of the more advanced buttons. If you're interested in that, then there are a few tutorials that other people have done that you can have a look at. So there you go, basic music creation. It isn't as hard as you think, and I'll be interested in hearing any of your compilations. So if you've made any, leave it some comment telling me what the name of it is, and I will hunt it down and have a listen. Right, thanks for watching. Hope that was useful, and I'll catch you in your dreams.